offenses. Soon after their arrest, the Fulton County Solicitor General's office has already accused the cases of the offenses brought against them, and the cases have been bound over to the Fulton County State Court. Nevertheless, this will usually be the defendant's initial appearance before a state court judge, so we are able to address several matters, including bond, possible arraignment, and consideration for possible plea offer if one has been made by the state at this juncture. The SAP reset date is November the 9th, November 9th. I want to also remind everyone that this whole entire proceeding is being live streamed as well as recorded. It's being live streamed on YouTube and recorded. So govern yourselves accordingly. I want to remind the defendants, excuse me, that you have a right to remain silent. Anything that you state about the facts, the circumstances, and the occurrences of your case can and will be used against you. The state is here and they're listening to listen to your attorneys. Also, you should know who your attorneys are by now and listen to them. All right, who do we have first, Deputy?
Good afternoon, Judge Mincy. This is going to be position number 11, Franklin.
Okay. This is 23 CR 006711A. Lashana Franklin charged with 1 count of simple battery in a public transit vehicle or station pretrial.
First arrest recommended. Judge, she's 17, so she need a cosigner.
Okay. All right. State?
Your Honor, this is actually a co-defendant case. I don't know if in the interest of time, you would want to handle them together. It looks like her co-defendant is Ms. Bale. The facts are essentially the same, and the recommendation from the state, I believe, are the same because they're similarly situated in terms of history.
Okay. Is it Bale or Ball?
I have Ball, I'm sorry, B-A-L-L.
Okay.
But the facts are essentially, Your Honor, is that the defendant intentionally hit and kicked the victim being Jerry Dixon, because he was inside of the woman's facility. The defendant stated that he bumped her, which later led to an argument, and the defendant saw the victim at the front gate. She approached him, she started to accost him, she hit him, with a closed fist, she kicked him, she pulled his hair, and she pulled him to the ground. Your Honor, and that incident location is the MARTA 5-point station, 30 Alabama Street, Southwest Atlanta, Georgia. The recommendation, given the limited criminal history and the nature of the charges, is the signature bond through the jail, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, no contact with that victim, Jerry Dixon, and 1 anger management course. And if we could sound from Mr. Dixon, as I don't believe our office has had an opportunity to get in contact with him in accordance with Marcy's law, that'd be greatly appreciated.
All right, Mr. Jerry Dixon. Jerry Dixon. Don't think he's on the Zoom. All right. Who's representing Ms. Franklin? Oh,
And if I could announce, just while we have Ms. Ball, she had 2 cases. I believe the other one was for theft by taking, and it was NOD'd by the state.
okay. I'll do her in just a second, and then you won't. have
And
to-
Your Honor, I was under the impression that it was just 1, and so I have not interviewed Ms. Ball. I thought it was NOD'd. And so I will need to speak with her. I apologize.
Correct. She's NOD.
Oh, so the NOD charge was which? Say that again, Mr. Pierre Thomas.
I believe it was a theft by taking charge.
Okay. And let me ask you this, PD, and let me ask pretrial at the same time. On Ms. Ball's case, pretrial, is she first arrest as well?
Correct.
She
Recommended.
is.
Number 1.
So
So
Your
I'll
Honor,
probably do the same thing, but I know you want to have a chance to speak with her as well. But I will tell you, I'm very, very sure that I'm going to probably give them both signature bonds. Is she also as young as the other?
I am not sure. I can check. I do have 2 NODs for willful obstruction of law enforcement officers and also the theft by taking. So I was unaware that there was another case. I apologize.
And it looks like date of birth is 2003.
Okay, so she might be 20.
That is correct, Your Honor. I was told she was 20 years old.
Okay. Okay. Is there any way, deputies, that Ms. Ball can speak real quick to Miss Abby, but I will tell you, I'll give her a signature bond, sounds like,
Oh,
again.
I was told that she was NOD'd. Are you saying there's another charge or what's?
Yes, there is a charge of simple battery in the public transit, just like Franklin. They both have that charge, but I think Ball had two others that have been NOD'd. But she also, do you see that simple battery transit on Miss Ball as well?
So we don't have her here, so you're saying the other two charges are not NOD, correct?
No, the other two charges, yes, are NOD, but she has that simple battery, public transit. So you all didn't even bring her down.
We did, but what I'm saying is the other two, the simple battery, whatever other two charges she has, they're not dismissed, correct? So we still have to bring her back. She's not here with us.
I
Okay.
believe, Deputy, there's only one outstanding charge, and it's the simple battery on the transit. The other two were NOD. That is my understanding.
So we
And
have
as
to get her. She's not currently here at the moment.
And as far as my records go, I only have that I personally NOD'd one charge. I don't know what the other charge was. I didn't know of it.
Oh, uh-oh. What's on her booking sheet? What's on the pull sheet?
Death by taking. Oh, I do see it here, Your Honor. It was my mistake. It's here.
Okay,
And
Because
as
she
far as the
had
booking-
two, I apologize, she had two on her booking sheet and we got two NODs. So I thought it was over and I apologize.
that's okay.
So we're in the process of getting her back.
Okay,
Back in.
well, we may have to go and circle back, but facts are pretty simple, are the allegations, so it'll be fine. All right, let's go back then to Miss Franklin.
Yes, Your Honor. Miss
All right.
Franklin is 17 years old. She is a senior at Columbia High School in Decatur. She denies the allegations in their entirety, Your Honor. Since the state has recommended the signature bond, we have no problem with that. I did have the opportunity to speak with Miss Nashika Cooper, who is my client's mother, and she tells me that my client's stepfather, Mr. Antoine Lee, would be the person co-signing on her bond. He does have ID and a utility bill in his name, Your Honor.
All right, do you have the spelling of his first name?
My understanding is that it's Antoine. Last name Lee, common spelling Lee.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
think
that's
Ms. Cooper is on, so we could double check with her just to make sure.
okay. All right. And I see that at the top, is that her mom? Mrs.
Nashika, 3621, I believe that is her mom.
Okay. And I'm sorry, Mom, can you unmute yourself? The little red microphone somewhere.
I think Mom's having difficulty unmuting, but I did speak to her earlier, and that was the information that she gave me, that my
Okay.
client's stepdad, Mr. Antoine Lee.
Okay, yes.
Okay, there you go. I know sometimes when you're looking very hard and can't see. I don't know that I need to hear from you because I'm going to give her a signature bond to let her out. We just want to make sure who is going to be co-signing. And as her attorney stated, stepdad Antoine Lee, did we spell his name correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's him in the background.
Yes.
Okay,
And
So
could we
Ms.
give them the address for pretrial, Your Honor? I'm sorry.
yes,
I'll put it in the chat too.
okay.
So, Ms. Cooper, please look in the chat for the address where you need to go, where Mr. Lee needs to go to sign for her bond.
Spell Antoine.
Okay.
Antoine.
Okay.
And the last name is Lee, L-E-E.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna put it in the chat for her now. He need to bring valid ID.
Well, I hope she can see the chat. Do you see the chat? I don't know about that.
Do you see the chat, Miss Cooper? It will say chat somewhere on your screen, perhaps towards the bottom. If not, I can
She
send
said
you.
yes. She said yes.
Oh,
Okay.
you see it now? Okay. All right, I'm going to give her a $2,000 signature bond through the jail.
Thank you.
No
Through the
drugs,
jail?
alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. And she can also stay away from the MARTA station, is that 5 Points at 30 Alabama Street?
Yes, Your Honor. Is it
iPhone, hold
going to
on,
be through
hold
to
on.
jail or
Hold
pretrial?
on, iPhone 5, please mute. iPhone, okay. Phew, I could hear the feedback much better than you all. All right, go ahead, Ms. McLeod, what were you stating?
Yes, Your Honor. I was checking to clarify whether you said through the jail. Is it going to be through pretrial or through the jail?
Oh, I think the recommendation was through the jail. I'm not for sure that I need to monitor at this point. If no history, I want to make sure.
It's
I'm
no
gonna
history,
put
Your Honor.
right. I'm gonna do it with the jail. Then she still will need the cosigner, I'm assuming,
No,
correct?
she wouldn't. She wouldn't.
You would not, okay.
Oh, well,
That's iPhone 5 still making noise, Judge. I
iPhone
can't.
5, who is that?
Don't worry, Judge. I'm about to put him in the waiting room.
Okay. All right, so I was going to put it through the jail and just put some more conditions.
That would be fine, Your Honor, through the
I
jail.
want her to go to school, obviously complete schooling. And I'm going to give her the curfew from 10 p.m. or 9 p.m. What do I usually do? 9 p.m. 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. So I'm gonna give her a curfew, Mom, okay?
Anna,
Yes.
she have a job, so she get out work
Oh.
like at 10.
Oh, she doesn't get off till 10?
Yes.
Right, so she gets off work at 10. That's what Mom is saying.
Okay. All right. Is she home by 11:30?
What time shall you get home? By 11:30, 12 o'clock. By 11:30, 12 o'clock.
Okay. I will, I was gonna say 11:30, but does she ride the bus or something? Is that why it takes a while?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, let me do midnight. She's gotta be in that house by midnight. And then 6 a.m. good? Is that the time she leaves in the morning about?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'm gonna do 12 midnight to 6 a.m. if she's working. So listen to this, Ms. Bridgewater, if she is not working, she needs to be in the house by 10 p.m. if she is not at work. Okay,
Okay.
and split it down the middle, okay? She
Yes.
must go to school and complete her schooling. No drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. She's to stay away from the 5 Points now. Let me ask this. I know you said she rides public transportation to go to work, but can she do it without going to 5 Points?
I think it was Alabama Street. It's 5 months at Alabama Street. Maybe I don't know.
It is.
It was.
Does she ride the train and the bus or just the bus?
She ride train and bus.
I bet you she has to do trains at 5 Points. I mean, most people do. I'm very concerned because it's happened at 5 Points. Do you have some other way for her to get to work while she's on bond or to do it without having to go to that 5 Point station? Because if they see her there, they're going to arrest her again.
That's the
And
only
she-
way. I think she transfer and go to Lindbergh, don't you? Lindbergh train station.
So she doesn't go to 5 Points?
She had to go to try the 5 points to get on northbound.
She's shaking her head no in the screen.
She had to go to 5 points to get to Lindbergh. Shauna, it's another way that you can get to work.
Ms. Franklin, shake your head, yes or no. Do you have to go to 5 points to get to? You do not. All right, because if I order you to stay away from 5 points, that's what I mean. And you cannot go there. So you will not have to go to 5 points. Is that correct? Okay, that is correct. All right, Mom, she says she doesn't have to go to 5 points. Okay. Then she'll have to walk around it or get around it or transfer in the street or something because, you know, this just happened. So I always want to make sure that there's some cooling off. And so let me ask this. She's to stay away from 5 points, MARTA station, no further contact with the victim, Jerry Dixon. And are we, state, you didn't say this, but let me ask, is there going to be any, having contact with the code?
I couldn't hear you. There was feedback. What'd you say?
With the co-defendant, was there any request of no contact with this other young lady or not?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
Okay, then I won't order that. All right, and I think that'll be it. I'm not gonna order an anger management course at this time because I want her to finish school and be able to work as well. So I won't do that.
So this is
Alright.
Franklin, correct?
Yes.
Yes,
What's the bond amount?
a 2,000 SOB jail.
Did we do balls?
She's
They
actually
had to
right
go
now,
get her.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I'm
right,
sorry.
that's right. Okay.
yes, for Ms. Ball, we actually have her now. She's interviewing with, Ms. Adden.
Oh, great, okay.
Right, go ahead and have a seat. Next is position 9, favors.
Okay,
Hello, yeah, I just wanted to check on, I represent Mr. Chung. I'm being told that he is not in the courtroom.
He was
is
released.
that
Has been paid.
CX
For position, that's not,
5?
yes, I was told his bond was paid for.
Okay,
Position 5, Mr. Chung.
so he's not, because I see that he's still in custody, but it's still not.
Yeah, they still have to process him out.
Yeah, it's.
But his bond has been paid.
Yes, that is correct.
All right, counsel.
All right, yeah, well, that concludes my business with the court. May I be excused, Your Honor?
Yes, you may. Thank you.
Thank you. Great to see you.
All right, position 5 is bonded out. Then we're going to position 9. 23 CR 006722 Livonia Favor. Charged with 1 count of driving a motor vehicle on a suspended or revoked registration, willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer, pretrial.
Fifth arrest, 2013 battery, trespass. 2013 suspended license, NOLO. 2010 affray.
Yes, this is my case, Your Honor. In this
Okay.
matter, the defendant was pulled over for driving with a suspended registration. Upon detaining the defendant, she did resist arrest. That's the basis for the obstruction. The state is simply recommending a signature bond through the jail, no weapons, drugs, or alcohol while out on bond.
All right. PD Kim.
We have no objection to stay away. I mean, signature on bond, Your Honor. I just want to put on the record that my client stopped her car at her house. She parked, and after she parked at her house, the siren went off. The police was like, "Hey, can you pull out your car back out to the street?" My client has a right to say no. She was already at home. I just wanted to put that on the record. That's all. Thanks.
All right, thank you. All right, I will order a $3,000 signature bond through the jail. 2,000 on the obstruction, 1,000 on the vehicle charge or revoked registration. For a total of 3,000. No drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. And I guess no driving unless she has a proper license and registration. Would that be okay, I guess, Mr. Walker?
That's fine with the state, Your Honor.
Okay.
If not, she'll be back.
She'll be back. Yep. All right.
Oh, she was waiting for me to get a.
Do you have a question about your
No,
bond?
no,
condition?
Miss
Ms. Favor?
You have a signature on bond, so please give me a call if you have any question. I'll be happy to explain to you. You can go.
Okay, I just didn't hear the last part that he said. I thought he said I'll be back or something like that. Yeah.
What we were saying is if you drive on a suspended license or a revoked registration, you will be rearrested again. That's what we meant. So
Okay.
don't drive unless you have the proper registration for the vehicle and a proper license.
My license was fine. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
I'm gonna make it.
Your Honor,
Come on,
I am ready on Ball if they'd like to take her next.
petition
Okay.
two, Ball.
Thank you.
All right, this is 23 CR 006703A, Jessica Ball, charged with 1 count of simple battery in a public transit vehicle. They, pretrial said first arrest. State, and I know the facts. If you have anything else to add, let me know. If not, we'll-
The recommendation is substantially the same, Your Honor. However, I will notate that there is a slight difference in positioning of history, and she is an adult as opposed to a minor, so we will add the no contact to hers.
Okay. All right. Oh, so you, with Ms. Ball, you would like to recommend no contact with Ms. Franklin?
Right, because of the influence.
Okay. All right. I'm going to order a $2,000 signature bond through the jail. I'm going to order Ms. Ball that you not go to the 5 Points MARTA station or stay away from that MARTA station. And I will sort of ask you the way that I asked Ms. Franklin, do you have to travel through that station daily? You do not. Okay. All right. So stay away from there. If you go to the 5 Points MARTA station, they will rearrest you. You'd have no further contact with the victim, Jerry Dixon. And also you'd have no further contact with Nashana Franklin. All right, while you're on bond, you're not to contact her by text, by email, phone, nothing. No drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. And I believe that's it. Anything else, counsel?
No, Your Honor, I spoke with her. She did not object to the no further contact or the stay away.
Okay, great.
Nothing
All right,
from the blue state.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mhm.
Gonna take you back. Position 18, McNair.
Okay. This is 23 CR 006716A, Willie McNair, charged with 1 count of battery, family violence, and 2 counts of theft by taking. Trial.
8 total. Last arrest was 2012 armed robbery, 5 counts. Failed to appear, possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony. He's still on probation for that. 2015, they gave him 10 to serve, 10 probated. 2011 shoplifting conviction, and the 09 probation. That's it.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor. In this case, law enforcement was dispatched to 4349 Mallory Court, where they spoke with the victim and Ms. LaDacia Sherrod. She advised that her and the defendant were engaged in a verbal altercation when he became violent and slammed her onto a bed. He subsequently took her flip phone and her wallet, then left the house. We have had contact with the victim. She's requesting no further violent contact. We are recommending a signature bond through pretrial services with the conditions of a family violence intervention program. No weapons, drugs, and alcohol while out on bond. And I was signed for the victim is Ladacia Sherrod.
Okay, Ladacia Sherrod.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, do you wish to address the court today?
Yes, I do.
If you do, I have to see you. You have to turn on your camera and I'll swear you in.
Okay. Can you see me?
Okay, I can now. Raise your right hand for me. Do you affirm that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth and the penalty of perjury?
Yes.
All right. Are you in fear of Mr. Willie McNair? Put your hand down. Are you in fear of Mr. Willie McNair?
No.
Do you wish to have contact with Mr. McNair?
Yes, we actually still stay together.
Okay. Well, I do see that this offense occurred in January.
Right.
Do you all have any children together?
No.
All right.
But
And
I spoke to the investigator when he called me and I told him I didn't want to proceed with any charges because everything was settled outside of court or, so I'm not even understanding why these charges even presented in front of you today.
because the police obviously came out or were called by someone. And when the police are involved and they turn in a report for charges, we have to do that. It could be, disposed of in some manner further down the road, but not today, okay?
Oh,
So I am here today for the bond hearing. But this is not the ultimate, disposition on the case. All right, any cross-examination?
From the state.
No, okay. All right, go ahead, PD Kim. You can mute yourself and still listen in, Mr. Rod. All right.
Yes, Your Honor. My client, Mr. McNair, is 34 years old and he has been working as a handyman. However, last 2 months, he has been getting a lot of hardship financially. So he's qualified for public defender services, Your Honor. He completed GED and he does have a medical condition that he has to take medicine continuously. And we would like to request for signature bond through jail. And also, Your Honor, no further violent contact is what my client also desires. Thank you.
All right. I'm going to grant a $4,000 signature bond through the jail, $2,000 on the battery, and $1,000 on each of the theft cases. So a total of $4,000. I'm going to order no further violent contact with the victim, Ladacia Sherrod, based on her testimony and the fact that it has been since January, almost 10 months now. So I assume that there would not be any further violence between the parties. I'm going to also order no drugs, no alcohol, no weapons or guns while on bond. And I think that'll be it. Anything else, counsel?
Yeah, let's take it.
Nothing from defense, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Judge, can you repeat the bond, please?
That's
4,000.
a 4,000 SOB jail.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Position 21, Ray. No, not Ray, not you, not. This is Tyvin Ray.
Okay.
Mhm.
This is 23 CR 006724C. Tavion Ray, charge of 1 count of theft by taking. Pretrial.
First arrest, jail was the recommendation.
All right. State?
One moment as I pull it.
Okay.
Your Honor, the facts of the case is that on October 23rd, 2023, inside the Peri Peri Grill located at 11720 Medlock Bridge Road in Johns Creek in Fulton County, Georgia, there was footage that showed the defendant reaching over the sales counter and opening the cash register drawer and using a key that was left inside the keyhole. The defendant then started to remove bills from the various slots in the cash drawer and put the cash in his pocket. The accused left the building or the business with the money. The recommendation from the state is a signature bond through the pretrial services, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, and to stay away from that incident location.
Okay. Give me the recommendation one more time, I'm sorry.
Signature bond through the pretrial, I'm sorry, signature bond through the jail, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, and to stay away from that incident location.
Okay. All right. PD Kim? Oh, you're on mute.
No objection, Your Honor.
Okay. I am going to order a $2,000 signature bond through the jail. Stay away from the incident location, 11720 Medlock Bridge Road. No drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond.
Position 17, Lynn.
Your Honor, this is the one that I requested for breakout room for MHSU, Your Honor.
How many do you have, Ms. Kim?
Two.
Two?
Oh, hold on, let me double check, Your Honor.
Okay,
Just
please.
to make sure.
We are not going to get you today, but somebody's looking at you real.
Just two, Your Honor.
Just two? Okay.
Yes.
Can we do your two together? We'll go and break out like we did yesterday. Do you have any PD admin?
No, Your Honor.
Okay.
What's your second one, PD Kim? What's the second?
I texted, I put it on the chat first, but let me double check. It is gonna be Johnson. I don't know, that's that one.
Okay, that's mine as well, I think. Okay.
Mr.
Oh, is it?
Lin,
Oh, so that's good.
yeah. And then Pinter,
So Johnson, position 13, and what was the other one? 13.
17 Lean, and
Okay.
19 Pinter. It was 3, Your Honor, but one of them was from solicitor's office.
Oh, okay. All right.
Mr. Thomas, did you want to go in there too?
Yeah, I was just about to make the announcement.
It was the
And if
look
you-
that you were giving.
I was like,
Hey,
where's
that you-
everybody
I
going?
got you.
And I think Miss Body needs to go if she's not already in there.
Who
Yes,
else?
please.
Body.
I'd like,
Oh, Miss Bonnie, okay.
thank you. Hello, we can't see anybody.
Here.
They're in a breakout room.
Okay.
I pressed the wrong one. All right, I'm back. Who do we have, deputies?
Judge, this is position 17, Ray Lynn.
Okay,
You guys did a breakout on him?
yes.
We have to go on to the record.
Is it recording back on?
Mhm.
Okay. All right, this is 23 CR 006715Y. Mr. Rayland is charged at one count of PI and a second count of simple assault. We've discussed it in breakout. I'm ordering a $6,000 surety bond, $3,000 on each charge. Mr. Lynn is to stay away from Georgia State University. I know that's a pretty vast and the campus sprawls through downtown, but you need to stay away from any and all Georgia State University buildings and properties, things labeled or marked as Georgia State, or else you will be rearrested. No further contact with the victim. Is it victims?
It's two, Leighton Baker. And the second one is Alyssa Lawler.
Okay,
And we will sound for those victims at the appropriate time.
all right. Are the victims on the Zoom?
I think Mr. Baker is, and just quickly, if I could just put a little bit on the record as far as his history and brief facts. I have a 2021 conviction of violation of a family violence order, 2019 conviction aggravated assault, 2018 conviction of battery family violence, 2015 hindering persons, cruelty to children in the first, criminal trespass and battery family violence. In this case, the student, Leighton Baker, was sitting outside reading a book where the defendant approached him, exposed his sexual organs, and sexually propositioned him. And he subsequently grabbed Ms. Lawler by the arm. The state is requesting a $3,000 surety bond on each count. No contact with either victim. Stay away from Georgia State University. BHET, no weapons, drugs, or alcohol. And I see Mr. Baker is on the line. So if he would like to address the court, I would ask if he could turn his video on.
Okay. Do you wish to address the court, Baker? Can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
We can.
Okay, awesome. Sorry about that. I just had to take off my earbuds, but yes, I would like to address the court.
All right, if you wish to address the court, just raise your right hand for me so I can swear you in first. Do you affirm that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth and the penalty of perjury?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, put your hand down. Are you in fear of Mr. Lynn?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you want to have any further contact with Mr. Lynn?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, well, I was definitely going to order no further contact as well as staying away from any Georgia State properties or the campus, so that you will hopefully feel safe moving about the campus. I know it's, such a wide sprawling campus through downtown. But I don't know if there's anything else you wish to address that will hopefully make you feel better in the interim.
No, thank you, Your Honor. That will be all.
Okay. Any cross-examination?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Thank you for your time in getting on the Zoom. I think was I finished with my conditions, maybe not. We're gonna order a BA2T. Put him on the competency calendar, and no drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond.
Yes.
Will you repeat that bond again? 6,000 surety, 3,000 on each.
Oh, it was a surety, okay.
It was surety. I'm sorry, yes, it was surety. Wasn't it surety or did
It
I
was a
say?
surety, Your Honor.
I think it was surety, yes.
It was.
Okay.
Thank you.
Judge, you had somebody else that you did a second person for a breakout?
Oh, we did. Our other one, PD Kim was, we had 19.
Position 19.
Is it Pinter?
So he waived his appearance.
Oh, that's right. He was a waiver. Do
So
you
what's
need
the
to know,
bond?
do you need to know it or you just see it when you get the order?
What's the
No.
bond, Judge?
That was someone speaking, asking me what is the bond?
That was
Yes,
Mr. Howard.
It's a $2,000 signature bond through the jail. And he's also gonna be placed on the competency calendar.
And that was James Pinter.
Yes, 19 James Pinter.
Okay, thank you.
I don't think we were placing Mr. Pinch on the competency calendar.
We're not, okay.
Yeah, it was just a SOB through the jail and a stay away from the Lucky Tabernacle.
Yes. And to stay away from the instant location.
That's 152 Lucky Street.
Okay.
This
Y'all
is,
had one more, right? I'm sorry. What you say, Francois?
no, I was just getting ready to say, this is position 24, Shropshire.
We did have one more breakout.
We did have one more, position 15, Trayshawn Johnson.
15. Okay, go back and have a seat for me. He also waived his appearance.
Oh, he did?
Yes.
Okay. So that's a 1,000 signature bond through the jail.
Thank you.
And,
No
he's going
contact
to-
with the victim, Ellis Morris. And a stay away from 241 Forsyth Street.
okay.
Was that everybody for the breakout, Judge?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Position 24, Shropshire.
Okay.
Francois, I apologize. Do you think I could speak with Diallo in the meantime? He's not going to be a pad referral. I need to interview him.
Okay, Diallo, where's Diallo?
Thank you.
Oh, I didn't. Sorry. All right, this is 23 CR 006728C, Antoine Shropshire. Charge of 1 count of possession of open alcohol container and reckless driving. Pre-trial.
This 10th arrest. I think he got a current FTA on his booking screen. 2015, possession of a Schedule 1, sale of marijuana, drugs not in original container conviction. 2020 obstruction, and a 2010 drug possession. Possession of a firearm by convicted felon conviction. Yeah, you see the FTA?
I don't know if I can double check.
Is it from state court?
I'm not sure.
I have to,
I just saw it on the booking earlier.
I can give my recommendation and double check.
Okay.
The defendant was arrested and cited for reckless driving and also having an open container. The state is simply asking for a signature bond through the jail, no weapons, drugs, or alcohol while out on bond.
Okay.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, I will order a $2,000 signature bond through jail, 1,000 on each of the charges. No drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. And I guess that'll be it. All right. Thank you, Mr. Sharpstrider.
Mr. Howard, he does have an FTA, but I'm not sure what it's for, but that would need to be handled on the SAP calendar.
That's fine. I was just.
Okay.
Do you have the case number for that case?
That's why I'm on his booking screen. I can't seem to find the booking number. I'm sorry. I
I'll look it up,
can't
no
seem to
problem.
find the case number.
I found it.
You found it? Okay.
No, I will. I'll look it up.
Okay, thank you.
This is position 20, Primrose.
It's 23 CR 006723C for Fabian Primrose, charge of 1 count of simple assault, pretrial.
Third arrest. Last arrest was in August, possession of marijuana. 2018, simple battery theft by taking conviction.
All right, state.
I believe it's Mr.
Primrose.
Mr. Thomas here.
I'm sorry.
Is ASG top? Is this your case, Mr. Thomas?
Let me see. Spell the last name?
Primrose.
Let me look through my sheet.
Not good. Let me check mine. Oh, hold on. It might be mine. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's fine. I'm sorry. Okay. 1 second, Your Honor.
Okay.
In this case, law enforcement was dispatched to McDonough Boulevard and Buchanan Lane. They spoke to the victim, Ms. Lisa Wilson, who advised that she was in an altercation regarding a road rage incident. The defendant did get out of his car and threatened the victim and attempted to slap her. We are asking for a signature bond through pretrial services, a 1-day anger awareness course, no contact with the victim, Ms. Lisa Wilson, and I would sound for the victim, Ms. Lisa Wilson.
All right. Lisa Wilson. Lisa Wilson. All right, go ahead, PD Kim.
Yes, Your Honor. I would like to request for signature on bond through jail. He is gainfully employed at Lowe's. So he wants to go back to his job so he doesn't lose a job. And also, Your Honor, that he's qualified for, even though he works at Lowe's, he is not really making a whole lot of money. So he's qualified for public defender services continuously. And that's about it, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Primrose, I don't know that your attorney's going to want you to speak. I know you have your hand up, but generally she's going to tell you that this is not the time to speak. This is a bond hearing. It's not your trial. Okay. All right, I'm going to order a $3,000 signature bond through. I will order it through the jail. I'm going to order that the defendant have no further contact with the victim, Lisa Wilson. I'm going to order that there should be no drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. I was inclined to order an anger management course. I don't know if he can afford it or not.
I don't think we can do it, Your Honor.
I know he needs to work, so that was why I changed from pretrial to jail.
Thank you, Your Honor.
But I will caution you, Mr. Primrose, to be careful. because I wanted to order that you go to an anger management course, but I won't put the financial burden on you.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Okay.
You're done. Position 25, Thompson.
This is 23 CR 006721G. Is it DeMichael Thompson, charge of one count of battery family violence pretrial?
First arrest, jail was a recommendation.
Okay, stay.
Yes, Sean, in this case, law enforcement was dispatched to 1212 James Jackson Parkway, where they spoke with the victim, Ms. Pauline Thompson. She advised that her and the defendant were engaged in a verbal altercation. He did punch her in the eye. The officer did observe a visible injury to the victim's eye. We have had the opportunity to speak with the victim. She advised that this is not the first time that he has become violent or aggressive with her. We are asking for a signature bond through pretrial services, no further violent contact with Ms. Pauline Thompson, family violence intervention program, and no weapons, drugs, and alcohol while out on bond. I would ask that we sign for the victim, Ms. Pauline Thompson.
All right, it's Pauline Thompson on the Zoom. Pauline Thompson. Okay, Ms. Thompson, do you wish to address the court today?
Sorry?
Do you wish to address the court today?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, let me swear you in first. Raise your right hand for me. Do you affirm that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the
Yes,
penalty
Your
of
Honor.
perjury?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, put your hand down. All right, you in fear of Mr. Thompson?
No, Your Honor.
Do you want to have contact with him?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, do you have children together?
No, Your Honor.
But you reside together?
Yes, Your Honor, for the time being, until the 12th of November.
And then what happens?
I'll be moving to a different state, South Carolina, for my training.
Okay. But since this incident, which was September the 23rd, you've not had any other violent incidents since that day?
No, Your Honor, we have not.
Okay. All right. Any cross-examination?
On the stage.
No. All right, thank you for your time. You can listen in until I give my ruling.
Thank you.
All right, PD Kim?
Yes, Your Honor. My client is 34 years old and he has a job as a pressure washer. Your Honor, he is making decent income, so he's not going to be qualified for public defender services. He's a very diligent. He's also going to some community college to take college credit as well. They are indeed married and he prefers no further violent contact. We want this to be signature on bond through jail as he is recommended. Thanks.
Okay. I'm going to order a $3,000 signature bond through the jail. And I'm going to order that there be no drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. And there'll be no further violent contact with the victim. And I guess that'll be it for now. No further violent contact.
We're ready for position 8, Diallo.
Huh? This is 23 CR 006709B. Mama Doe or Mama Jude Diallo. One count of criminal trespass. Pre-trial.
14 total. Last arrest was in July, probation. Got an open case in Gwinnett for battery. Alrighty. He was arrested twice this year for trespass. Shoplifting. One was misdemeanor, one was a felony. 2022 obstruction, possession of drug-related objects. 2018 probation, theft by receiving, trespass conviction, 2018 shoplifting obstruction conviction. He got an FTA warrant out of Chambly. I don't know what the underlying charge is.
Okay.
If I
Okay.
could just inquire, is the PD ready? I know she had a, I see her, never mind.
Thank you,
The
yeah, I'm
brief-
ready.
Brief facts of the case, very brief. He was in a restricted area at MARTA. The warrant says that the exit door clearly stated that violators would be prosecuted. The state's recommendation is a signature bond through the jail, stay away from all from that MARTA particularly, at 216 Peachtree Street, Atlanta, Georgia, that being I believe that's the Peachtree Center MARTA station.
Okay.
Of no alcohols, drugs, or weapons, yeah, of course.
Oh, okay. All right, PD Abner?
Thank you, Your Honor. My client is 28 years old. He's lived in Georgia for some time. He was supposed to be a PAD referral, Your Honor, but due to the hold, he no longer qualifies for PAD at this time. Since he does have the hold and he's not currently working, I am requesting that the bond be a signature bond through the jail so he can get transported to, I think it was Chambly County, and deal with that hold. He does not have any money to pay, Your Honor. He's indigent at this time, and so I'm asking you to take that into consideration when setting bond, and he does not have any objection to the stay away.
Okay, and so was that recommended by the state as a stay away from just all MARTA or just that
Just that particular MARTA, he seems to have that issue with.
Okay, all right. I will order a $1,000 signature bond through the jail. And with that signature bond, stay away from the MARTA station at 216 Peachtree Street. No drugs, alcohol, guns, or weapons while on bond. All right.
Judge, what number was that?
8,
Step
Diallo.
away. Okay, still Diallo. 2,000, you said?
1,000.
1,000. All right.
Position 1, Angel. Please enter your account code.
Remember that was 23 CR 006725J, Demario Angel. 1 count of battered family violence, pretrial.
Third arrest. Last arrest was May of this year. Domestic battery of bodily harm. Domestic battery physical contact. That's out of Illinois. That appears to be open. 2021 reckless conduct dismissed. That's it.
And I do believe that this case has been accepted by the district attorney's office as a aggravated assault strangulation after further assessment. But the brief facts of this case is that on October 25th, 2023, the officer was dispatched to a fight in progress at the incident location, that incident location being 1263 North Avenue in Atlanta, Georgia, in Fulton County, Georgia. The victim stated that she and the defendant had a physical dispute about a blanket. The victim stated that the defendant drug her and scratched her right shoulder and back, leaving her skin to the white meat. Officers observed the injuries that the victim stated. Our office has been able to get in contact with the victim. She stated that her and the defendant are in a relationship and they no longer live together, or they were in a relationship, they no longer live together. They shared no children. The incident location is the defendant's sister's residence. The victim confirmed the events in the warrant. She also stated that the defendant, as I stated, choked her to the point that she could not breathe and that she felt like she was going to pass out. She states that she still has issues, I guess, with her throat. The victim stated that this is not the first time that happened. And she also stated that the defendant's sister kicked her out and she will need a law enforcement escort to retrieve her belongings. I do believe she does not wish to have contact, any further contact. I do believe that she may be on the call today, so if we can sound for her at the appropriate time in accordance with Marcy's law, that'd be greatly appreciated. Her name is Ayola, Ayola Onileer, Onileere. The recommendation from the state is going to be a $5,000 surety bond, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, no contact with the victim, a stay away. Well, I guess not a stay away. My apologies. But in the completion of a family violence intervention program.
All right. PD Acton.
Your Honor, if we could just sound for the complaining witness first, if Your Honor can sound for her. Thank you.
All right. And so I wrote down, I'm not sure if I can pronounce it, Ayala. I don't know how to spell it, so. Ayala. And what was the last name?
I got it as Onileer, Onileere.
Onileer. Someone similar to that name. Apologize for mispronouncing it.
Yeah.
All right. PD Acton. Oh, the person that's Linda, is this, are you trying to get on now?
If I don't have to talk, Your Honor, I'd rather not talk.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
Okay. So, Your Honor, I just to confirm with the solicitor's office, if this was transferred already, then are we still setting a bond on this?
Yes, the unfortunate thing is the way it works is once it's been accused, then the jurisdiction here, but it's been accepted as a transfer, not officially transferred. Let me say that. Okay.
All right. Thank you. Your Honor, my client is 28 years old. He moved back to Georgia a little bit ago. He lives with his sister, as you've heard. He graduated from high school. He does have a 5-year-old daughter, Your Honor. She stays with my client on the weekends, and so he does have an obligation to his daughter, both a familial obligation and a financial obligation. He's also gainfully employed at Marco Pizza. And as to the prior history, the Illinois battery, Your Honor, that was somebody he was in a relationship with prior, and that case is out of Illinois. There's a TPO, and he's not a danger to that person. And in my opinion, to the public, he does deny the allegations. It is my understanding that the complaining witness has a court-ordered curfew restriction out of Cobb County, Your Honor, and might be a MH court participant in that county, and that she's living with her family members. And so he would not object to a no further contact if necessary. I am requesting a signature bond. He does not have the financial means to afford the $5,000 surety bond, and he does firmly deny the allegations as stated in the warrant.
Okay. And tell me this, what was the or did I miss it, the relationship between the victim and the defendant? Was there?
They were in a relationship at some point. That is my understanding, but
And
no.
living together.
Say that again, Mr. Pierre Thomas.
We're in a relationship and living together, apparently at the defendant's sister's home.
Oh, okay. So
And
that's
Your
why
Honor,
sorry,
my client does deny that. I mean, she's not, it's my understanding she stays in Cobb County, but
It was a were.
That's where, that was her job or where she works, did you say?
No, I'm saying it was a were. So I said
Oh,
they
were, past tense.
They were living together.
Gotcha.
And Your Honor, I'm not sure of that. So it's my understanding she stays with family in Cobb County.
Okay.
As of today, if that counts for anything. So
May I make sure of that, Ms. Onileer?
I have proof that I was paying rent there, but I just need a court order or something for a police escort for me to go get my things from the house, so
Okay.
that there's not any problems.
Okay, so you will not be residing there, but I
No,
will
ma'am.
order that one-time law enforcement escort for you to return to the incident location to get your belongings. And I understand that's your sister's home?
It's his sister's.
Yes, ma'am.
home and his home as well.
Oh, and
They
his.
share the place. Yeah.
Okay, all right, so I will order a $3,000 signature bond through the jail. And then I understand if it's gonna be transferred, we'll breach that when we get there. I'm going to order, no further contact with the victim, Ms. Anna Lear. So he's to stay 200 yards from her, to have no contact. By phone, by third parties, emails, or nothing. She will be given a one-time law enforcement escort to return to the property to retrieve her items. Make sure Ms. Bridgewater says the victim will be given that. I didn't know.
Your Honor, I apologize, would a condition on his bond give her the right to go back? I just want to make sure.
It's kind of weird. It's different than what I usually put in there, but because I want to make sure of that, because she may use that bond for her usage to go back. So I'm willing to put that on there
Thank you.
for the victim. And no drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. I think that'll be it. Anything else, counsel?
Nothing further from the state, Your Honor.
Nothing further from the defense, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay.
Next case, Judge, is a Kareem Rogers. He was not on the calendar.
Do we have the information? I have paperwork. Ms. Bridgewater is frowning. She has no paperwork. Casey, do we have it?
He has a case number. Mr. Jordan just gave it a case number. It's 23 CR 006 729. And I have to look at the, there is no letter at the end yet, Ms. Holly.
Thank you. All right, and sound for me, someone who has that information? Do you, Mr. Walker?
The case number or the letter on the end?
Case number.
I have the case
defendant's
number,
name.
but not the letter on the end.
There is no, he hasn't given it a letter yet, Judge Missy.
Just the defendant's name and the charge.
For battery, family violence, and criminal trespass and damage to property.
What's the defendant's name?
Corrine Rogers.
Spell that.
COREEN. Last name is RODGERS.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Pre-trial, do you have it?
I do. He went to felony earlier. He got a $20,000 split bond. Fourth arrest. Last was in February. What is he charged with?
Battery, family violence, and criminal trespass damage.
Okay. Last was 2022, simple battery, family violence. 2 counts of battery, family violence. Criminal damage to property, 2nd degree. That's still open. 22 SC 185405. I got to open ag assault with a deadly weapon, ag assault, family violence, possession of a firearm during the commission. 2 counts of battery DV. Cruelty in the third, 5 counts. 23 SC 185624. That's all open. That's it.
All right.
Your Honor, in this case, law enforcement was dispatched to 1501 Montiel Drive, where they spoke to the victim, Ms. Charity Jones. She advised that her father had physically assaulted her and punched her in the face several times. And I quote, "I really just want to beat the F out of you." He then proceeded to break out 2 front windows to her home, We have had contact with the victim, Ms. Jones. She is concerned for her safety and she would like no contact. The state is asking for a $4,000 surety bond to the one count of battery family violence, a $2,000 surety bond to the one count of criminal trespass damage, no contact with Ms. Charity Jones, a stay away from the instant location, and no weapons, drugs, and alcohol while outlined. And I was out for the victim, Ms. Charity Jones, in case she's on the line.
Okay. Miss Charity Jones, I believe.
Yes.
Charity Jones. Don't know who iPhone 5 is. All right, Ms. McLeod.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Rogers is 26 years old. He tells me that he has 8 children, 2 of whom currently reside with him. He also tells me that he shares 5 minor children with the alleged victim. He denies the allegations of the warrant, Your Honor, and he tells me that his current girlfriend and the complaining witness have been essentially battling each other, and there have been some instances where one or the other have been arrested based on charges filed by the other. He says he had nothing to do with anything. He wasn't even around on this occasion, Your Honor, that this was someone else. I understand that my client does have some outstanding cases, Your Honor, but he is not in a position to pay bond at this time based on his financial circumstances. I would ask the court to take that into consideration in setting a bond for him. Also, I believe it was stated earlier that he has a bond of $20,000 on his other charges. So I would ask the court to consider all of this in setting a bond for him. Nothing further, Your Honor.
And Your Honor, just to clarify, the other aggravated assault that occurred, let me get this right. That is also with the same victim. I just want to make the court aware of that.
Okay.
And it looks like it predates this incident. So that looks like it occurred in 2020. Yes. So I just want to make the court aware that previous aggravated assault is still open and pending. So there's a history of violence between the defendant and this victim.
Mm-hmm. I will order that $4,000 surety bond with $2,000 on each. I'm going to order no drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns. iPhone 5, please mute yourself. And also, no drugs, alcohol, guns, or weapons while on bond. And said no further contact with the victim, Charity Jones. And I think that's it. Anything else?
Did we say stay away, Your Honor?
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot that. Stay away from 1501 Montiel Drive.
Yes.
And I think that's it.
Miss Holly, I'm sorry, Judge Macy, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Mm-mm.
It's a J at the end of that case number.
Repeat the case number, please.
23 CR 006-279 as in Jack.
Thank you. Casey, let's find out, who is this on iPhone 5? Because if they interrupt me one more time,
I'm not sure, Judge, because it's 2 people that keep logging in as iPhone 5.
Right, and they need to put their name on who they are and which case they're here for. If not, I'm gonna block them from coming back on if they keep interrupting me. Now they're on 2 devices.
Okay.
Okay. See if you can reach out to them in the chat possibly.
Position 22, Brony.
This is 23 CR 006718A. Christopher Roney, charged with one count of battery family violence, pretrial.
Second arrest, resident of Meridian, Mississippi. Last arrest was 2020, financial transaction card fraud. It was not prosecuted. Jail was the recommendation.
Okay. State.
Your Honor, in this case, law enforcement was dispatched to 2450 Camellia Lane, where they spoke to, Miss Shani Bailey. She advised that her and her boyfriend were engaged in a verbal disagreement when he became violent. He did break the bathroom door and caused her to fall down inside the bathroom. He also broke the shower door. He then grabbed her by her hands and her legs and drug her throughout the apartment. We have spoken with the victim. She is concerned for her safety. We are asking for a $2,000 surety bond with the conditions of no contact with the victim is Shani Bailey, a stay away from the incident location, 2450 Camellia Lane. No weapons, drugs, or alcohol while on bond.
All right. PD Kim.
Yes, we would like to sound for, may we please hear from Shani Dimani Bailey? I believe she was on the screen. Maybe not. Since she's not there, I'll go ahead and represent. Mr. Ronnie is 29 years old, Your Honor, and he's gainfully employed as a manager at Walgreens. And he also has his separate small business doing carpet cleaning, Your Honor. So he's not going to be qualified for public defender services. And my representation is only for the bond purpose today. We would like to request for signature on bond through the jail, Your Honor. This incident happened a very long time ago, April 3, 2022, and he's totally okay with the no further contact and stay away since he does not have any more relationship with her. I don't think this is his first time. He's recommended, so we would like to request for signature on bond. Thank you.
Okay. I'm going to order the $2,000 signature bond through jail. I'm going to order stay away from 2450 Camellia Lane. No further contact with the victim. I did not write the name down. Shani Bailey. Okay. I'm going to order no drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. And I think that'll be it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Come on. Position 4, Brown. That was a 2,000 SOB through the jail, correct?
Correct. Yes.
This is position 4, Brown.
It's 23 CR 006705G. G. Anthony Brown. Charge of one count of simple battery family violence, second count of criminal trespass and damage to property.
36 total. Last arrest was in May 2022. Possession of a firearm by convicted felon or felony first offender, theft by receiving. On probation in DeKalb County for burglary. On probation in Fulton for the possession by a convicted felon. I got a 2022. Okay, that's the possession. 2020 violation of Georgia RICO, indicted. 2020 burglary, criminal damage to property, possession of tools, indicted. 2019 failure to appear. 2019 burglary, possession of tools, criminal damage to property. 2018 failure to appear. 2017 possession of a firearm by convicted felon, conviction. 2015 probation. That's it.
All right, State.
Here are brief facts of the cases that on May 26, 2003, the officer responded to the incident location, that incident location being 311 Scott Street Southwest. Looks like Unit 53, Atlanta, Georgia, and Fulton County, Georgia, for a dispute. The victim stated that her child's father, the defendant, came home from his child's graduation. The victim stated that he wanted She wanted the defendant to take their son, but he refused and became upset. The victim stated that the defendant then headbutted her and tried to take her phone, causing the phone to break in the process. The victim stated that her phone was an iPhone XR. A search of a price range for the iPhone XR came as low as $200 to mid $400. The victim and the defendant live together and have a child together. Your Honor, our office had an opportunity to speak with the victim. She stated that they are no longer in a relationship and they do not live together. However, they share one child together. The victim is no longer living at the incident location. She did, however, confirm the events in the warrant. She stated that they've had minimal contact since the incident, sorry. And that they already have a third-party transfer set up for their child. She said that she does not mind having contact with the defendant. And I do believe she may be on the Zoom, so if we could sound for her at the appropriate time. Her name is Kayla, Kayla Burnett, Burnett. Your Honor, the recommendation from the state in this case is actually a $7,500 surety bond. No alcohol, drugs, or weapons, no contact with the victim, and the completion of a family violence intervention program. And if I can give the indicia for that, it's essentially because he is a convicted felon, a several-time convicted felon. Looks like in 2023, he has that burglary case out of DeKalb. He's currently still on, which predated this case, he's currently still on a 1-year probation, and he's supposed to have four years of confinement. According to the GCIC, he has that 2003 firearms case. He was supposed to get 3 years of probation on that. So he's currently on probation when he committed this. He has recently been arrested in 2003 for a separate ag assault, looks like 23 CP 222919. The allegation in that case is that he successfully shot that victim 4 times with a firearm. And we also have, gang convictions in his history and a previous 2018 firearm conviction out of Cobb. And so we do believe that he's a danger to the community. He is a high risk to reoffend. And we heard about the FTA, and so we do believe that he's a flight risk as well. And so that is the indicia for the state's recommendation. And if at this time we can sound for the victim, that'd be greatly appreciated. Again, that's Ms. Kayla Burnett.
Okay.
Hey, I'm here.
All right, Ms. Barnett, do you wish to address the court?
I do.
All right, raise your right hand for me so I can swear you in first. Do you affirm that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury?
I do.
All right, are you in fear of Mr. DeAnthony Brown?
I'm not.
And do you want to have any further contact with him?
If it's pertaining to our son.
Okay. You all don't live together anymore, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. I don't have anything else. Do either the attorney or opposing counsel want to cross-examine this witness?
Nothing further from the state, Your Honor.
Okay.
Your Honor, I do have one question. Who is the third party transport?
His mother.
Huh?
His mother.
Okay, thank you. No further questions, Your Honor.
And just one question for me. Was that the first time the police had been called, or was that the first violent incident between the two of you?
No.
Thank you. Nothing further.
Okay. And I think you all said she already has a third-party transfer in place for the child?
She stated that, Your Honor. She said his mother or her mother. That's what I heard.
Okay.
All right.
Go ahead, pediatric.
Thank you, Your Honor. It's my understanding that my client was on felony first appearance today, Your Honor, for an aggravated assault case. He did not receive a bond on that, so he's not going anywhere. Given that, I am requesting a signature bond. He would not object to a no further contact, and a stay away would be fine, but not necessary, considering it's my understanding she does not live at that location anymore, and neither does he.
Okay.
And Your Honor, I can give you additional facts about him as well. He's 33. He's born in Georgia, has lived here his whole life. does have his GED. He has 2 minor children. They are 2 and 11 years old. He was gainfully employed, but given the fact that he's going to remain in custody on that felony case, he will likely lose his job, Your Honor. And he was a delivery driver. He was working there for 9 months.
Okay, I will order a $3,500 signature bond through the jail. And then he will just go over to his felony cases.
You break it down, Judge.
Huh?
You break it down.
Oh, half and half, what is it? 1750, I believe.
17.
And if my math is correct.
Double check.
And then no further contact with the victim, Kayla. And I didn't write her last name down, apologize.
Kayla Burnett.
Burnett.
Burnett. Okay, sorry, Miss Burnett. No further contact with Miss Burnett. Stay away from 311 Scott Street. If there's visitation allowed with the child, that be conducted by third parties. And no drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. And that's it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Judge, what was the breakdown?
1750 each.
Is that 3,500? Hold on a minute.
Yes, it's 1750 each.
Okay. 1750 each. Anything else, counsel?
No, Your Honor, nothing from defense.
Nothing further from the state, Your Honor.
All right.
And Your Honor, it's my understanding that ACDC has got Miss Deese, who will need to speak with Jackie Patterson from PAD.
Okay.
So Ms. Abden, she doesn't, we were trying to call you now, so she just needs to add, or?
She needs to speak with Jackie Patterson first because she was a PAD referral to see if she consents. And then if not, I will speak with her if that's possible.
Okay, is she gonna be calling us or do we need to call her?
I think she's on the line. We can see what she prefers. Let's see.
Just provide me with the number that I need to call.
Yes, it's the same number, Ms. Jackie. That's 404-612-2392.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought I misheard Ms. Abden. I thought she was at ACDC. Okay, calling right now.
Thank you.
And this is position 7D. I'm sorry, this is position 16, Lockett.
Okay. This is 23 CR 006714Y. It looks like Lockett, is it Papa, charged with 1 count of simple battery, family violence, pretrial.
First arrest, jail was a recommendation.
All right.
1 second, Your Honor. Okay, so law enforcement was actually located outside of Grady Hospital. They observed the defendant along with the victim, whose name is Brandon Johnson, exiting the hospital. They were engaged in some type of verbal altercation when the defendant then proceeded to punch the victim, Brandon Johnson, several times. At that time, the defendant was apprehended and arrested for simple battery, family violence. We are asking for a signature bond through pretrial services, anger awareness course, no contact with the victim, Brandon Johnson, and no weapons, drugs, or alcohol while on bond.
Okay.
Your Honor, Mr. Brandon Johnson is here because he wants to have a no for the violent contact. I would like to have him to testify first.
All right, Mr. Johnson, Brandon Johnson. All right, do you wish to address the court today, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, raise your right hand for me. Do you affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, put your hand down for me. Are you in fear, Mr. Lockett? And I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, Popo.
No, I'm not.
Then do you want to continue to have contact with her?
I do.
Okay. And I'm sorry, I don't know if I said him or her first time. Might have gotten mixed up, so I apologize. All right, and you all have been living together since the incident date?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, it hasn't quite been 24 hours. It was just yesterday. Okay. All right, I don't have any further questions. Counsel, do you all have any cross-examination questions?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. PD Kim?
Yes, Your Honor. My client is 26 years old and she was not able to get a job for the last 2.5 months, but finally she got a job offer at Olive Garden. She can start next week, Your Honor. So it is very important for her to be released in timely manner. And Your Honor, she is recommended for signature on bond through jail. So we strongly recommend her for signature on bond through jail and no further violent contact. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
Besides, she has 2 kids who are only 3 and 5 years old, and they really need their mommy.
All right, I'll order a $2,500 signature bond. Through the jail. And no drugs, alcohol, or weapons are on bond. No further contact with the victim, Brandon Johnson, which just happened 24 hours, a little less than that. No, said no drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns. Oh, do we want to stay away from Grady unless getting treatment or no?
That's fine, Your Honor.
Okay. And so if you have to go back there, you need to be careful because again, you cannot have any allegations of assaulting anyone or any of the employees at Grady.
Your Honor, the place that they live together is actually owned by her sister. So if Mr. Brandon Johnson can move back to his place, can my client return home? So maybe she can have a one-time law enforcement officer visit to verify if he's still residing there. If
We're
he
okay with
resides there-
contacting Ms. Kim. I think the judge has said just don't return to Grady without. seeking-
Awesome. So she's okay to return home?
No, Judge
We
said
live
no
together.
further contact.
Oh,
No, I
I'm
said
sorry,
no
you said
further, no, I
contact?
said no further contact, right?
Oh, I'm sorry, I misspoke.
So, yeah, I would like for her to have at least one-time law enforcement officer, either to retrieve her personal belongings or to make sure that if he's not there, she can return home.
Yeah, I've said that in the past, but don't always know if it's possible and if they really do it. I'll just leave it at no further contact for now and can modify later if we find out some different facts in the case. Okay. All right.
Position 10, Fowler.
Next.
Okay, we're here. We're clicking on the speaker.
Oh, okay.
Judge,
Hello? It ain't off speaker. It is.
Just please mute yourself. The judge will call for you in just a moment, okay?
Okay. Oh.
Thanks.
Which case is that for?
The next one.
Oh, okay.
It's Fowler, Your Honor.
Judge, check the chat.
So this is on, so you want me to change then? I see that this is the sister of the victim or sister of the defendant. Someone's gonna have to translate for me.
I think that's
How you
what,
doing? I'm sorry. This is the sister of Monet Lockett. I'm her sister, not Brandon's sister. She's allowed here.
Okay. And so I had ordered that Brandon would not come back here, correct?
Yeah, that should be fine. She's allowed here. He's
Well, I don't normally put my victims out of the home or location unless I know for sure.
well, he doesn't stay here.
Hold on. I can't talk to you giving me testimony. I'm gonna need to either swear you in and see your face as well.
Okay, sorry about that.
Okay.
All right.
That's all right. Raise your right hand for me. Do you affirm that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury?
Correct.
All right.
Yes.
And then tell me, your name for the record is?
Antonia Purnell.
Okay, and you are related to?
Monet Lockett.
Okay, who is the defendant in position 16?
Right.
And does Ms. Lockett live with you?
Yes, she temporarily lives with me.
Okay, and so in ordering this SOB jail and to stay away from Grady Hospital unless she's receiving treatment, and I think we ordered that Mr. Jones and Mr. Jones will have no further contact with her. Brandon Johnson, I'm sorry, Mr. Johnson. And Mr. Johnson, are you still there? Brandon Johnson? Brandon Johnson.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I was waiting for it to come up.
Okay, and so, Mr. Johnson, do you reside separate from Ms. Lockett Capone?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? I couldn't hear you.
Do you reside separately or reside with Ms. Lockett Capone?
Currently at the time I was residing with her, and her sister currently.
John, I don't know if it makes a difference, but the state would be okay with no further violent contact if the court would consider
For them to then get this worked out?
it. Yes,
Okay. So let's change that to no further violent contact.
Thanks, Your Honor.
Okay. And then does that resolve it all?
Yes.
So that I won't be too confused. Okay, all right. Good luck to everyone. Oh, I got it. Okay,
This is position 10, Fowler.
okay. All right, 23 CR 006710E, Richard Fowler, charged with 1 count of battery family violence pretrial.
In total, last arrest was 2021. probation violation. Got an open case in Superior Court for ag assault, 23 SC 187024. I got another open case, ag assault, family violence, 2 counts, battery DV, criminal trespass damage, 23 SC 188973. 2020 ag assault arrest, 2014 ag assault, cruelty to children conviction, 2012 ag assault conviction. I stopped at 2012.
Mhm. All right, state.
Am I muted? No, okay. Your Honor, brief facts of the case is that the victim advised the defendant return to the home from work and began arguing with her about staying out late. He then walked up to her, punched her with a closed fist in her face while she was talking with her friend. Your Honor, the state has had an opportunity to speak with the victim. She confirmed the facts in the warrant. She stated that they are in a relationship and that they are living together at the incident location. That incident location, I'll provide, I thought I had it on here. I'll provide it at a later time. But Your Honor, the state did not stop at 2012. There's also an aggravated assault out of Fulton County in 2013 and in 1988. I guess the biggest concern for the state is the 2 open ag assaults, 2 separate cases, 23 SC 187024 and 23 SC 188973. That there the victim was his wife. Here the victim is his 2-year living girlfriend. The state's recommendation is a $7,500 surety bond, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, no contact with the victim, stay away from the incident location, and the completion of a family violence intervention program. And if at this time we can sound for Ms. Lazaria Duncans. Lazaria is spelled Laziaria, Duncans traditional spelling. And as we do that, I will get the incident location for the court.
She has, Ms. Bridgewater has it.
428 Taser Street.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, PDF.
Thank you, Your Honor. If we could just sound for the complaining witness, she's on the line and wants to address the court.
Oh, okay. The victim in this case is Lazaria Duncans. Did I pronounce that right? Lazaria?
No, it's Lazara.
Lazara. Okay, Lazara. All right, raise your right hand for me. Do you affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you put your hand down. Are you in fear of Mr. Richard Fowler?
No, ma'am.
Do you want to have contact with Mr. Richard Fowler?
Yes, we live together.
Okay. Do you all have any children together?
No.
Okay. All right. Is there any cross-examination for this witness?
No, Your Honor.
Okay.
If I can please.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, Your Honor. I have his check and I called my bank. We not on the same bank. He not on my bank account. So they won't cash it. Could he have a signature bond?
He's got a little bit of history in 2 open cases. That's what's causing me not to.
If I may address the court on that, Your Honor. I understand there are 2 open cases. The complaining witness is a different person who he does not have contact with. He did tell me a little bit about that. He did say that he does deny the allegations in this case, the other case, and it sounded to me like his ex was not proceeding, did not want to proceed in those cases, but that is just what he told me, and so I wanted to let the court know. And he does maintain his innocence until proven guilty, Your Honor. So I understand the court's concern, but he does not have contact with this person, and those cases were not adjudicated yet. And if I may present with a bond argument as well, Your Honor.
All right, go ahead.
Thank you. My client is 46 years old. He's lived in Georgia his whole life, so he does have strong ties to the community. He's gainfully employed, Your Honor. He's a roofer. He's been doing that since 2013, so a very long time. He actually doesn't qualify for PD services after today, but he does not make a substantial amount of money, and so his indigency is still a concern, Your Honor. He would not have the ability to pay bond today, as you've heard, and it sounds like his girlfriend does not even have access to the funds he may have. And so I'm asking Your Honor to take that into consideration when setting bond today. I am requesting no further violent contact, and that he be allowed to return home for them to work this out. It does sound like it was a misunderstanding, and as I've stated, my client does deny the allegations.
Okay. I'm going to order the $4,500 surety bond. I'm going to order no further violent contact with the victim. No drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. And I believe that is it. Anything else?
That is all. Thank you, Your Honor.
Nothing further from the state. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
So how much would his bond be?
2,500.
With the 10%.
With the 10%?
Before. Do you want to call me after court? We can talk.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Okay. Anything else?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay.
Judge, I do have a quick announcement for position 7, Ms. D. She's accepted to the pad, so her case is dismissed.
Okay.
And Your Honor, I will be sending an order. It's a consent order for the court signature, so she can be picked up from by pad tomorrow.
You ask them to send it to Michael.
Oh, that's right. Send it to Michael Jordan because Miss Bridgewater can't get into her emails.
Absolutely. So I'll send it to Miss Bridgewater. Is there anyone else that I would need to send it to other than who I know?
Michael Jordan.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
Y'all talking about these?
Yes.
Yep.
Now she's out on pretrial for some felony stuff.
Oh.
Right. But for this case, she's going to go to pad, and this is just what we're dealing with today.
But she's not gonna go if I revoke her signature bond. Let me make a phone call. I'll get back with y'all on that one because she may have to.
She may not be okay.
She may not be eligible.
Wow.
If that's the case, Your Honor, I will need to speak with her. Unfortunately, I apologize.
PD Avenue, we'll still give her the signature bond on this case. It's just she won't be released, obviously.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Okay.
This is position 12, Goodson. Quick announcement, Ms. Abden, did you want Ms. Dees to give you a call, or are we just waiting, holding off on that?
We're going to wait for pretrial to give us an update, and then I will need to speak with her before representing her. So I'll make it quick.
Okay, this is position 12, Goodson.
Okay. 23 CR 0067.2F, Justin Goodson, charged with 1 count of driving while license suspended or revoked and given a false name. Pre-trial.
Second arrest, 2019 battery cruelty, and the third. He got 2 holds out of Gwinnett County.
On a brief fact of the case is that on October 26, 2023, the officer conducted a traffic stop due to the defendant being wanted out of Gwinnett County for obstruction. The defendant advised that he did not have his any form of identification and stated that his name was Antonio Goodson and that his birthday was October 11th, 1991. The information came back as belonging to his brother. The recommendation from the state is a signature bond through the jail, and no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. Nothing further to add from the state at this time.
Okay.
And Your Honor, sorry, I no objection to that, Your Honor. He does have a foreign hold, so he will not be released. And that is all.
All right. I will order a $2,000 SOB jail, 1,000 on each count. No drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. And I don't know, did the state not request, or did you request to stay away or no further contact? I didn't.
There's no actual victim other than his brother, but it's not on the charge. So no, there's no stay away. And then the location is Fulton Industrial. I think that's kind of hard.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
How much was that?
2,000.
All right, so I just asked about these. This case is being dismissed, correct?
Yes.
No.
Well, if she can go into pad,
Is
but
she
if she
going to
can't,
pad?
yeah, if she can't go to pad, then
But no, I'm asking, is she going?
Yes, she was accepted. We would need to have the judge sign an order, have her released to pad, and then the solicitor's office, I believe, would be dismissing the case. Yes.
Okay. I need a copy of the dismissal. So I'm gonna leave her on the pretrial bond for the felony then.
We'll make sure that you get that. Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
So, Your Honor, I'm going to send over the order whenever I'm done with my cases to Michael, I think it
okay.
was. Thank
Yes.
you.
Okay.
It's good, Norris. You're done, Dixon. Positions 13 and 14, Johnson.
Right. This is 23 CR. Well, I don't know. I'll read 23 CR 006701A, which for Stephen Antonio Johnson is abandonment of a dependent child. And I understand that the purge amount is $565.
That is correct, Your Honor.
That's all that happens on that. It's a straight purge. And then the second case ending in 6702A is one count of simple battery family violence. Pre-trial.
I got first arrest. I'm not
That's
sure.
that's my understanding as well.
Okay.
Okay, in this case, law enforcement was dispatched to the incident location where they spoke to a Ms. Quinice Newton. She explained that she was in the middle of exchanging her child with the defendant. During that time, the defendant, which is the child's father, became violent and punched her in the face without reason. A warrant for simple battery family violence was taken out. We are asking for a signature bond through pretrial services, an anger awareness course, no contact with the victim, Quinice Newton, and a stay away from 2235 Glenwood Avenue.
And A.G. Walker, what is that address?
I would sound for the victim. I'm not sure if that's her home or.
Okay, because it happened at Publix. That's why I'm asking.
Right, so we're asking for a stay away from her house, but I believe that Ms. Newton is on the line, so we would sound for her.
Okay. Ms. Newton.
Good afternoon, Judge.
Oh, there you go. All right. Do you wish to address the court today?
Yes.
All right, raise your right hand for me. Do you affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury?
Yes.
All right, put your hand down, state your name for the record.
Quinice Newton.
All right. How are you, in the case, you're the victim in the case, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Johnson is your child's father?
children.
I think you
Father,
froze
yes,
on.
ma'am. We
You're
have
gonna,
2 children.
you're gonna have to repeat that. Your
Can you
connection.
Yes, ma'am. He's the father of two of my children.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Now I can. He's the father of 2 of the children, but you all do not reside together, or do you?
No, actually, Your Honor, we have a court order parental plan. And so court order, we meet at the Publix on Glenwood. And that's assaulted by Mr. Johnson in front of our 5-year-old son.
All right. Let me hear from the PD's office and then I'll make my ruling.
Thank you, Your Honor. As to the first case, position 13, my client told me that he did pay that amount and he sent a receipt over to sb-fultoncounty.gov. So I've never really handled a case like this. I'm not really sure what happens here, but he did state that he paid it. So I am requesting a signature bond on that one if it's possible. And as to the simple battery family violence, my client firmly denies the allegations, Your Honor. They are ordered to do the exchange of the children for visitation at the Publix. To my understanding, my client is in fear of the complaining witness. He denies ever putting a hand on her. They've had substantial issues with visitation in the past and drop off. And she's actually had her family members and her boyfriend antagonize him, and he's afraid, Your Honor. So a no further contact would be fine. He's so much in fear that he also told me that we wouldn't need to do visitation for the time being, as he does not want to be anywhere around her. My client is 35 years old. He graduated, he has a GED. He also has a diploma in computers and commercial driving. He does own his own truck business. He's been doing that since 2012. He is married and has a child with his wife and another child on the way, Your Honor. I think that is all that, and I'm really requesting a signature bond, Your Honor. He does not have the means to make a bond at this time, and that bond be through the jail. This is his first arrest, and as I've stated, he firmly denies the allegations, Your Honor.
Okay. Go ahead.
If I could just ask Ms. Newton one question. Ms. Newton, did you receive that payment for child support in the amount of $565?
No, to answer your question, I did not receive it. Mr. Johnson have been on child support for a little over a year now. The only time I've received it was twice, and I only get it anytime I go downtown and do a child abandonment warrant. And as you know, Ad just said, he's a commercial driver and has been doing it for some years. And we have a court order for visitation, a court order for legitimization, and a court order for child support. I've only received child support twice in a year and a half.
And Your Honor, I did speak to him about this. He is not in arrears at this time, is my understanding, aside from this warrant, and that he does pay whenever he can. I think it would be best that he maybe file a modification. It sounds like he's having issues paying. And so that's a civil matter, and we can't really advise him on that, but based on the information he gave me about his income, his obligations to his children, he does have another child in the home and another one on the way, and 2 with the complaining witness. His current income is not enough, Your Honor. And the way that his business works is through contracts, Your Honor. So it's kind of up in the air, the type of income that he gets.
Yeah, we would just be asking that the purge amount is imposed. I mean, that's typically how child support cases work.
Okay. I will give a $2,500 signature bond. And what did you tell me again about working for him?
Sorry, Your Honor. So he owns his own trucking business. He's been doing that since 2012. And he's still employed, but it works through contracts basically with other businesses. So he does have income, but he is having some trouble with his finances at this time and does qualify for PD.
Okay, so with that $2,500 signature bond, I will have that to go through the jail. No, well, I don't know with Miss Newton, she wants contact?
She said no contact.
My client does not want contact either, Your Honor, so we would not object to no further contact.
Okay, no further contact.
I do have, I'm sorry.
So I was gonna say to stay away from the Glenwood address, but what were you gonna say?
I was gonna ask Ben that we already have a court order for child visitation every weekend, Friday at 4:30. I mean, he don't abide by it anyway. I just wanted to ask, do we just disregard that court order or?
So visitation is up to whoever has the right to exercise it. So if he doesn't want to exercise it, that's up to him.
Okay, so allow him to contact me when he wanna. I'm just a little confused. How do he?
No further contact, and if you're going to do anything like that, then it must be by a third party.
Okay, that's what I was asking. Okay.
And to clarify, the signature binds to the simple battery, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And no drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond.
Do we have a stay away?
I thought we had to stay away from the Glenwood.
The Publix?
Well, I don't know. That's the Publix, right?
Yeah, that's the location.
Your house, your residence, Miss Newton.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Do you want to stay away from your residence?
Yes, I don't want him near
Can
me.
you please put your address in the chat feature?
Mm-hmm.
So we can just do the stay away from our
And
home.
we'll have it to stay away from your home and your work.
My work is Shadow Rock Elementary.
You can just put it in the chat.
You can put it in the chat. We don't want it to put it out there too much in the public. But we'll make sure that he understands he's to be 200 yards away from you. We'll check all the boxes on the bond order. No contact, phones, third parties in any manner. No text messages. So remember that 200 yards, Mr. Johnson. That's 2 football fields away. So we'll have everything on the bond order checked so that.
Your Honor, what are we doing about the purge layout?
I'm sorry.
I
The
apologize.
purge amount, because he says he paid it.
That's what he stated. I just want to make sure that he doesn't
Well,
get
that's
held in
simple. If
jail.
he's paid it, he can show proof of the payment and they'll release him. That's how purge amounts work. And I honestly don't believe he's paid it because if he had paid it, he wouldn't be booked on it.
ASG Walker, just for my edification, who would I have to show that to so he can be released?
Well, the warrant came out of child support services, right?
Yes.
I apologize. He has to submit it to child support, and then child support will show something to the jail. But if he would have submitted this information and he would have paid that purge, then he wouldn't be in custody for the purge now.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
All right. Anything else, Miss Newton, that we can help you with?
No, I do want to ask. I've been trying to serve Mr. Johnson for contempt of court, and I don't have an address. And so, yeah, I wanted to do contempt of
bringing
court.
it privately, or it's through the child support contempt process?
I was instructed I had to do it privately. Anytime I go, honestly, I'm a little confused because anytime I go through child support, they always say, well, it's an enforcement, it's an enforcement. And so the child support lady told me, being that he have a Florida driver's license, she was like, go downtown and do the child abandonment warrant. Because again, if you could see, it's been over a year, I've only received one payment. And then the second payment is when I did the child abandonment warrant. And then once I got that, once the prosecutor asked him to cash out me, Zelle, Venmo, he called child support back and told them I was receiving monetary gifts. And so they sent me a letter threatening to take me off of child support. And so I do that I'm having, you call it, he's responsible for the medical benefits for the children.
Well, all of those things are civil matters.
And I've been
Your connection's really bad. Yeah, your
to
connection's
serve
really
them. So
bad.
like when I hired a, can you hear me? I'm sorry.
Well, if you're gonna take to the private matters, you know where he is for a moment, at least for 24 more hours. If you send your process server, if you send your process server, your private process server over to the jail, I don't know if they'll accept service. They used to, then they used to not. It's kind of tricky with that. But you're gonna have to find other means to get his location and address. I know child support is a little, they don't have all the resources they need to do locating to find him, especially if he's not, you know, having the connection he needs to Georgia. I will just tell you a little bit. You can file a case down in Florida.
Okay.
He's out of. You can file a case there as well.
And Your Honor, she can, I apologize, she can go to the law library as well at the courthouse to get some help with all of this.
Okay.
In the Family Law Information Center. Yeah. I think her thing is frozen again.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Good luck. Good luck to you. I think she froze again.
Uh-oh.
Miss Abden.
Yes.
I apologize.
Can you hear me now?
Your screen is still frozen. You might want to sign off. Your connection is really bad. We're getting like every other word.
Miss Abden, Mr. Jordan said, are you able to send that information from Pat to him before Judge Mincy leaves so he can take it downstairs?
I have it ready. I just keep getting my cases called, so I didn't have the chance to send it. I will send
Give you
it.
a second.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, they're excited because I'm downtown. I've been here.
Next, we have position number 6.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Mr. Jordan. This is my case as well.
Oh, it is? Okay. This is 23 CR 006707C Terrence Kleiber. Charged with one criminal trespass. Pre-trial.
Second arrest. 2017 was the last. Driving while license.
Okay.
It might be DWI. It's a driving charge out of North Carolina. Jail was a recommendation.
All right.
Your Honor, brief facts of the case is on November 22nd, 2002, officers responded to the incident location in reference to a domestic dispute. The victim stated that she and her husband, the defendant, had gotten into an argument, and now there was a hole in her wall. The officer noticed the large hole in her wall and fresh drywall and debris on the floor where the hole was. The hole was approximately 9 inches in diameter. Defendant admitted to punching the wall. Defendant and the victim currently are married, live together, and have a child together. Our office has been able to get in contact with the with the victim, and she confirmed the statements in the warrant. Her name is Diamond, traditional spelling, Clyburn, C-L-Y-B-U-R-N, I guess same spelling as her husband. The recommendation from the state is a signature bond through the jail, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, and no violent contact with the defendant, or with the victim, sorry. And if we could sound for her, I do believe she may be on.
All right. Diamond Clyburn. Oh, there you are. Yes.
Yes,
Ms.
I'm
Clyburn, do you wish
Yes,
to
ma'am.
make a statement to the court?
Um,
Yes or
no,
no?
yes,
You do? If you do, raise your right hand so I can swear you in first. Do you affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury?
yes,
All right, put your hand down for me. Are you in fear of Mr. Terrence Clyburn?
no,
All right, do you want to have contact with him?
yes,
Okay, and he is your husband, is that correct?
yes, that's correct.
Okay. How long have you been married?
5 years?
Any children?
Yes, we have a 18-month-old.
All right. Any other cross-examination questions from counsel?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
Nothing from the defense, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you for that, Ms. Clyburn. You can mute yourself and listen in to hear the ultimate ruling, okay? All right, PD Abden.
Thank you, Your Honor. I do want to point out the incident allegedly did occur a year ago, November 22nd, 2022. We would not object to the signature bond through the jail and no further violent contact. As you've heard, they do share children and live together and do want to work this out. This did happen a really long time ago.
And the charge is just criminal trespass?
Yes, it's technically the property, but it's still called criminal trespass, but it's based on damage.
Okay. All right, I'm going to order $2,000 signature bond through the jail. I'm going to order no further violent contact with the victim, Diamond Clyburn, based on her testimony here today. I'm going to order no drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. And I guess that is it. Anything else, counsel?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
Okay, all right, we conclude this matter.
Number 3, Bennett.
This is 23 CR 006704J, Antoine Bennett, charged with 1 count of simple battery, pretrial.
What we got? Third arrest, last arrest was on the 23rd. Well, it was 3 days ago. Criminal attempt to commit a misdemeanor out of Livonia, Georgia. I'm not sure what county that is. That's appeared to be open. 2019 battery non-process. That's it.
All right, state.
Got a brief facts of this case is that looks like on March 11, 2022, the victim stated that the defendant asked her to take out the trash. The victim replied that she would get to it in time. The victim stated that the defendant became angry with her reply, at which point the defendant punched her in the face with a closed fist and body slammed her to the floor. The victim stated that she did not have any visible injuries. However, she was in pain. The victim stated that the defendant is the friend of her mother's, and he does not live with them, nor do they have any children in common. Our office was not able to get in contact with the victim, that victim being Kanesha, Kaneshia, Neal, traditional spelling. The incident location is 530 Parkway Drive Northeast, apartment 103, Atlanta, Georgia. The recommendation from the state is a signature bond through the pretrial services, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, no contact with said victim, and stay away from that incident location, and 1 anger management course. And if at this time we could sound for the victim, Ms. Neal, in accordance with Marcy's law, that'd be greatly appreciated, Your Honor.
All right, do we have a Kanesha Neal on the Zoom? Kanesha Neal. All right, go ahead, PD Admin.
Thank you, Your Honor. My client is 27 years old. He's lived in Georgia his whole life, so he does have strong ties to the community. He recently lost his job at Popeyes, and he is actively looking for work. And so his indigency is a concern, Your Honor. He would not be able to make a bond. It does sound like the recommendation is a SOB through pretrial. I am requesting that be through the jail, Your Honor. He does take care of his child. That child is 9 years old, and he is responsible for the child care. He also he does deny the allegations, Your Honor. This did happen a long time ago. I understand that the complaining witness is not here today. And so he would not object to a no further contact for the time being. And I did also connect him with a social worker to assist with employment and MH as well, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, I will order a $2,000 signature bond through the jail. I will order a stay away from the incident location. I will order no further contact with the victim, Kanisha Neal. I will order no drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. And I think that's it. Anything else?
Nothing from defense, Your Honor. Thank you.
Nothing further from the state, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right.
Last one.
I'm sorry. This is the
Yeah,
last one.
Shelton, right?
Okay.
Did we do Shelton?
No, and he's has some extra case.
And now Mr. Jordan keeps coming down here bringing other sheets of paper. So we're
Can
going
we-
to make sure he can't get in the door anymore.
Can we do Miss Kim's case real quick so I can just send this
So
over
then
to
you can have
guys?
time to, okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Casey, tell Mr. Jordan he can't come in anymore.
Your Honor, only thing
I'm
is,
gonna
I
make
think
a
I'm done.
I'm sorry?
Don't have any more case left. I think 23 Shelton, he's gonna be a medical reset. So
Okay.
Okay, let's see. So 23 is reset till tomorrow.
He also has a add-on number 2.
We have an add-on 2 now.
So both of
two.
Yeah,
So
we have an
Mr.
add-on
Jordan's doing,
calendar.
yes.
He's number 2 on that add-on calendar.
Right.
Shelton is,
Yes, he had two
Yes.
cases.
I did not interview him.
I know, it's Mr. Jordan's fault. We got to blame somebody.
Can I interview him?
Mr. Walker fault, because he keep finding out these cases that
It's
one.
Mr. Walker's fault.
He was
Yeah.
out this morning.
We blame Mr. Walker then. Well, I will put, now, are we resetting Shelton to tomorrow?
Yes, Judge, I just walked in the courtroom for position 23. That's gonna be an MH reset.
Okay.
Who's 23?
Shelton, Aaron Lewis Shelton. He's 23 and add on 2.
I was gonna give him a signature bond, so that's, I mean,
You wanna just do that?
Yeah, go and do that.
Okay.
I mean, I would hate for him to sit when he's just.
Did I
wow,
hear
putting that
pretrial
signature
in there?
bond.
You did.
Okay. I heard pretrial too.
That way we won't have to deal with it tomorrow.
Okay. So we'll give him, it's 3 cases, theft by taking.
I think it's 2 cases, right?
2 cases and.
I mean, 2
charges.
cases and
3
4
charges on
charges.
23.
And they're both at Georgia Tech, so it's just signature bond and stay away from Georgia Tech.
All right. Georgia Tech, stay away. So on the number 23, which is the theft by taking, 1,000 murder, brawling, 1,000 criminal trespass. So that'll be a 3,000 signature bond through the jail and stay away from Georgia Tech. That's for number 23, 1,000 each. And add on 2, 1,000 SOB jail. Stay away from Georgia Tech.
Thank you.
All right. And then and then we did Kareem Rogers, correct? But we have oh, I see what he did. It's the second, it's the same thing. Retrial.
Yes,
You weren't on mute.
I wasn't talking.
Oh, who was that? I thought that was you.
Nah, I'm doing something else.
Your Honor, don't we have Arnold left?
I think that was NOD. ASG Thomas, did you submit that NOD to the jail? Is that a NOD?
For who?
Somebody
Charles
armed.
Arnold?
Oh,
I believe it's supposed to
oh,
be
he
a
not on the
NOD.
calendar. Yeah.
Today.
Arnold.
Not on docket. That means they are not gonna pursue him.
Yeah, I don't have an Arnold.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Does the
they
jail have that
NOD.
paperwork? I just want to make sure if we get off the
I
line.
spoke with him and I have a,
I'm sorry, excuse me, Mr. Arnold was, his case was dismissed.
So you guys have the paperwork? I just want to make
I
sure.
sent it, yeah.
Okay. It was NOD.
Okay.
okay.
Do you have anybody, deputy? You might as well join in the fun. Everybody else keeps adding.
We're gonna do
It's my baby.
these. You gonna go to Pat?
Miss B?
Yeah,
So you're going to submit a consent order on these, Ms. Abden?
I'm about to click send. It has a stay away from the Hello's property and also UJR.
Okay. And then what was Diallo? What did we do with him?
Who?
Diallo, that was the second person that had a felony hold.
Yeah, I just represented him.
Okay.
We did a 1,000.
Further notice with $1,000 SOB through the jail.
Okay. I just want to make sure we have all our
That
paperwork.
covers everything. Do we want to go over the calendar now?
I think we better.
I think so too.
Now, please introduce our new teammate though, really fast. Would you like to tell your name?
Hi, my name is Hoda Atai. It's my first day.
Oh, wow. What a first day.
Yes,
Don't run out the door. Don't run out the door. The door is locked. You can't leave. Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Welcome aboard. There will never be a dull moment.
I can see that.
Ever.
Thanks, Dira.
All right.
Okay. Once again, the reset date for the SAP calendar is November the 9th. Position 1 is reset further notice with a $3,000 SOB through the jail. 2 is reset further notice with a $2,000 SOB through the jail. 3, reset further notice with a $2,000 SOB through the jail. 4, reset further notice with a total $3,500 SOB through the jail. 5 is being reset further notice as the defendant has been released. 6 is reset further notice with a $2,000 SOB through the jail. 7, we're gonna get that consent sent over for Pat. 8 is reset further notice with a $1,000 SOB through the jail. 9 is being reset further notice with a total $3,000 SOB through the jail. 10 is going to the SAP calendar with a $4,500 good bond. 11 is being reset further notice with a $2,000 SOB through the jail. 12, reset further notice with a $2,000 SOB through the jail.
You got stuck. What we on 13?
Yeah, that's right. Okay. I guess we lost her.
No, she in the courtroom with the judge.
Oh, okay. Tucson, what was position 18, the bond?
I got 4,000 jail. I ain't breaking it down. I only write the total.
Thank you.
What happened?
I have no idea.
Judge,
What'd you say, Casey?
are y'all still calling the calendar?
Yes.
We
Can you
were.
not hear?
You were on mute.
Oh, you all couldn't hear, oh, I.
Start at 13, start at 13.
Ah,
That's where y'all left off at.
Okay, let's go. Okay.
we
on
all need a
13.
break. Okay, 13,
13 is a $565 purge.
right.
14 is reset further notice with a $2,500 SOB through the jail. 15 is reset further notice with a $1,000 SOB through the jail. 16, reset further notice with a $2,500 SOB through the jail. 17 is going to the SAP calendar with a total $6,000 good bond. 18, reset further notice with a total $4,000 SOB through the jail. 19, reset further notice with a $2,000 SOB through the jail. 20 is being reset further notice with a $3,000 SOB through the jail. 21, reset further notice with a $2,000 SOB through the jail. 22, reset further notice with a $2,000 SOB through the jail. 23 is reset further notice with a total $3,000 SOB through the jail. 24, reset further notice with a total $2,000 SOB through the jail. 25, reset further notice with a $3,000 SOB through the jail. Add-on 1 is going to the SAP calendar with a total $4,000 good bond. And add-on 2 is being reset further notice with a $1,000 SOB through the jail. Are there any questions, comments, or otherwise?
Yeah. I know, don't shake your head, Mr. Walker. Tomorrow, there better only be 3 on the calendar, okay?
I won't be here tomorrow, so you guys
You'll
have.
be here tomorrow?
And neither will I.
I'm here tomorrow too.
Neither will I.
Oh, you too? What are you guys doing that all of you all are?
We switch out to SAP. Well, I switch out to SAP, but I wish I was here tomorrow.
I'll be
Sound like they bragging.
Let me see, where's my schedule? Am I on for tomorrow? I think I put my schedule in my bag. I think I'm off. Oh, no, I think tomorrow's Friday.
Yeah.
I think I'm off.
So let me ask this right quick, Your Honor.
Uh-huh.
Any paperwork that the judge needs to sign, please send it to Michael Jordan, ASAP.
Right, send it to Michael, not Miss Holly.
Did he receive it? I sent it like a minute ago. I just want to make sure.
Let me call upstairs and ask him.
He just walked away from my desk. He's going back to look.
And who else needs to be on the email so I can forward it to them? As part of the court, I put everyone who I think needs to be on.
Not really sure.
Okay.
Okay, I am off tomorrow and Saturday. Thank goodness.
He said he has it, Miss Abby.
Perfect, thank
I didn't
you.
have it in my brain. I'll see
Mr. Walker?
next week.
Yes.
I like how he smiles first, yeah?
I can't see your expression, but thank you for sending over that dismissal for me.
Thank you. I'm sorry about that.
That's
Yes,
fine.
sir.
I just sent over a transfer. I forwarded a transfer.
Did you send it to Michael Jordan?
Yes.
Thank
And
you.
one last thing, I just want to make sure Charles Arnold is good because I think Mr. Jordan responded, and I think it might be a case number.
I don't know.
Charles Arnold?
Who is that?
Yeah, the one they were asking.
That was the one we NOD'd.
Okay, did you send it to his attention?
Is it, yeah, that Casey? Don't look like that, Casey.
It shouldn't be a case number. I didn't file it down.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you all for all
We're, we're coming to your offices tomorrow. Mr. Pierre Thomas, Mr. Walker.
I'll be there.
I know. All right, everybody have a good afternoon. Bye, PD Kim. All right, see y'all later.